Нет, нет. Опять убери надолго.
Number 10. Buckgrave Road.
Black. Damn.
David and Dell are traveling along the Erie Bucks burial road near Carlisle, South Carolina. David and Dell claim that as little children, they saw some pretty bizarre occurrences out on Bucks Grave Road, including strange, inexplicable lights and orbs. So, when they were filming some B-roll for their video in the car while traveling down the winding dirt road, they had an incredibly unsettling experience. David and Dell still maintain that they have no idea who or what the ominous stranger might have been, and whether or not it was paranormal. They assert that they have never been so terrified in their entire lives. So, did they really meet a creep in the deep woods, or was everything just a well-planned hoax? Number 9. Neighborhood Watch. Sarah, Mary, her husband Bobby, and some friends are gathering at their Florida home for an afternoon get-together. Suddenly, they notice something incredibly strange happening at the neighbor's house across the street. In Sarah's neighbor's house, a peculiar shadow can be seen darting back and forth, startling everyone and even appearing to upset their 2 puppies.
There's nobody in that house.
Online Sarah puppies that the elderly woman who resides there is mourning the loss of her son. Sarah makes a call to her neighbor out of concern for the elder woman's safety. The woman responds, "Well, I'm not even at home right now, so I'll leave it up to you to figure out who or what this could be." Number 8. The Ghostly Guest. Shiro, a masked paranormal investigator, goes out to look into a permanently haunted hotel room in Japan. According to the investigation, a man's life was just taken in one of the hotel rooms in a very violent and cruel manner. Shinra sets up a few static cameras and a motion and voice-controlled toy dog, but throughout the investigation, because the room is rumored to be haunted, and he plans to spend the night investigating. The motion detecting toy starts to behave quite oddly. Shiro notices the hallway door slowly open by itself, but when he goes to check, no one is there. When he turns back towards the hallway, however, a dreadful dark figure can be seen standing directly in front of him. Shocked, he recoils and trips over himself while grabbing his camera, but the figure has already vanished. Some of Shiro's viewers believe that the apparition resembles a lady, possibly the cruel entity responsible for the guy's killing. Well, Chitaro believes that he may have captured the enraged spirit of the man whose life was taken in the hotel room. Number 7. Lights Out. Sadly, there isn't much information available about these upcoming videos. The footage was taken by a group of friends as they were investigating an abandoned building in Kazakhstan. But what they discovered there is quite unusual.
Нет, нет. Опять убери надолго.
Если я куплю, солю, я вас возьму.
Он двигается.
In an upstairs window, a shadowy, shape-lifting, shifting figure can be seen. But what makes this footage so unsettling is that the ghost only shows after they turn their lights away. Although they are unable to explain the unsettling experience, the party goes inside and upstairs to investigate. When they discover nothing there, the guy seems doubtful and simply sort of laughs it off. However, who or what it is? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Number 6. Cumberland Gap Inn. The old Cumberland Gap Inn in Tennessee is reputed to be very haunted, with numerous weird and unexplained occurrences being reported by hotel guests. Tri-state paranormal investigators Lonely and Neil make the decision to spend the night in one of the inn's most haunted rooms in the hopes of recording anything spooky, and they are successful. Soon after putting up 2 stationary cameras, they record something like that seems it belongs in a horror movie. Neil is still reeling from what he just saw, notices something invisible appear to settle down on the edge of the bed in front of him. He reaches out to one of his team members, who rushes over to join him. Neil and Lonnie have made multiple attempts to refute what they've seen, but they are at a loss as to how the mattress could have slid down in such a way given that it would involve exerting a lot of power on the bed. Decide if you think this supernatural evidence proves the Cumberland Gap Inn is haunted. Number 5. Guardian Angel.
Who are you talking to?
Tana Witt, a user of TikTok, had a terrible sorrow just a few months ago when her brother passed away abruptly and without warning. Tana's 2-year-old daughter, Evelyn, and her family, including Tana's brother, were very close. Tana and her daughter were at home alone one night when a shocking incident occurs. The most unsettling part is that a whispering male voice that sounds like uncle can be heard while Evelyn appears to be speaking to someone who we can't see. Tana is adamant that her young daughter, who is 2 years old, is communicating with her departed brother and that Evelyn is being cared for by her devoted uncle on the other side.
Who are you talking to? Evelyn.
The Tented Temple. Chris goes out to investigate the defunct Masonic temple in Cleveland, Ohio. Freemasons, a mysterious hidden club, constructed the temple in 1916. Throughout the years, individuals of the world's cultural elite have joined the Freemasons. It has been rumored that the Freemasons have secret meetings and engage in weird occult rituals. Some people have even gone so far as to say that a sacrifice is a part of certain Masonic rituals and ceremonies. Over 50 years have passed since the Cleveland Masonic temple was abandoned when it was closed in 1969. Chris makes an effort to document and seize the structure's interior splendor before it is lost forever. But he quickly realizes that he might have made a terrible mistake. Chris claims that after gathering himself, he feels as though something is brushing his back, but there is nothing there. Things start to get strange as he explores the abandoned building further. Did you catch it before the door closed suddenly? Behind the door, a spooky wizard can be seen hastily moving away. However, when Chris opens the door, it is evident that there is no one inside because there is no place for someone to stand there. Chris is shaken, but he keeps on. Number 3. Keep on knocking. German TikTok user Meru75 alleges that one night his living room made some extremely strange noises. Things get frightening when he tries to investigate. Meru hears knocking coming from the glass rear door, but when he turns to look, he sees a dark figure approaching behind him. When he turns back towards the door, the figure has vanished and it is suddenly opened by itself. He spins around, but no one is there, so I'll leave it to you to judge whether it's real or just really smart movie editing. Number 2. Three's a crowd. The following spooky incident was recorded on the same night by 3 independent paranormal researchers. The Kelly home, an abandoned property in Kazakh, Tennessee, is being investigated by the 3 men. The Kelly house was not always a part of a sizable woodland area that was classified as a bird sanctuary when it was first constructed. The late 1800s and was acquired by the Kelly family in 1917. Sincerely speaking, not much is known about the home's past, but many guests have reported hearing bizarre, inexplainable voices and footsteps inside the building. A number of witnesses have reported seeing unsettling shadows forms, but the most terrifying sight is that of an elderly farmer who is said to have been spotted stalking the grounds. In order to find out whether the frightening tales are real, the 3 ghost hunters decide to spend the night in the old abandoned Kelly home. The 3 ghost hunters are simultaneously recording. Tim is outside in the field, Josh is on the porch, and John is wandering through the house. John accidentally captures an unidentified 4th figure, someone or something, walking on the landing upon the 2nd story even though there is no one else present with them. Now, John didn't even see this peculiar shape at the time, he only noticed it when he viewed his tape again for editing. Number 1. Night at the Museum. One of the world's most haunted museums is owned and run by Nate Ratterman and his wife Kelly. The Omaha, Nebraska-based Museum of Shadows, the Erie Museum displays more than 3,000 perpetually haunted antiques, including a few incredibly unsettling dolls with unsettling tales. A doll with the name of Ada is one of these items. According to the legend, a family moved into an old home. After discovering Ada in the attic and being horrified by the doll, they threw it right away. However, when Ada returned 2 years later, the family discovered the doll exactly where they had first discovered her, in the attic. Now totally alarmed, the home's mother grabbed the doll and put it in the garbage once more. Just a few hours later, the woman discovered the doll halfway up the driveway. The Museum of Shadows later reported the doll. Ida is imprisoned in a glass container to prevent her from escaping. These are some of the unsettling videos that have been gathered over the past 5 years, as Ada has been seen and captured, apparently attempting to flee once more. Ida has been seen moving by herself several times. And just in case that wasn't spooky enough, here are just a handful. Ida is in the museum with a few companions who appear to join in the fun. Many visitors to the museum have reported seeing the dolls move with their own eyes, making Ada and the other dolls very popular attractions. That's it for today, guys. What did you guys think of the video? Please share with us in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon for more incredible videos.